Before we get started, make sure you head over to www.rodneythavoice.com. Get your sweater. Girl, my sweater is a little big. I don't know. I ordered it a size bigger than what I needed to. But it's so comfortable though. It's so comfortable though. Anyway, so you head over to www.rodneythavoice.com. Make sure you get your Feeling Like a Rich Black Man sweater. We also have Feeling Like a Rich Black Woman. We have some other items too. Now, for those who don't know, I do want to make just a quick announcement. I am going to go in and tweak what I have listed. Because I could see what, of course, what's selling, what's not selling, what somebody ordered, blah blah blah. So if you recently ordered something, of course, and I plan on taking it away, of course I won't take it away. Um, but eventually, I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to take some of the items away because I plan on introducing new merch. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to say that. All right, y'all. August Alsina. Baby, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to play the clip. I'm going to put the link so you can listen to, because I want you to hear how he said what he said. Could one assume that August has just revealed that he's in a relationship with a man? Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and play dumb. Yeah, we could assume that. But I don't like believe it or not, I like for people to speak plain to me. I like for you to tell me what it is. You know what I'm saying? Are you bisexual? Are you gay? Was it demisexual? Some of y'all were telling me last. So many sexuals, girl. Demisexual, pansexual, girl. Like what's T? You know, because you really could interpret what he said as it not necessarily being anything sexual with the guy that he introduced us to. However, again, you could, but he really didn't say anything that just he didn't say anything that put it in concrete for me. And y'all know I've been wanting to be with August. Y'all know I've been trying to get with August. You know I've been trying to get with August for a minute now. You know clearly I'm not his type. He like his boys and girls a little petite and light skinned. You know I'm dark and I'm big, so I ain't make the cut. Okay, I ain't make the cut, and that's okay. Y'all, what y'all say? Everybody got their preferences, girl. Ain't that what y'all say? Um, so I'm not gonna make the cut. You know, I'm a BBW. Girl, clearly he likes them petite. Okay. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Do y'all think August? I don't know. But I will say this much: if August is in a place where love is love, I think it's a beautiful thing. I really do. Um, I don't keep up with him like that, but I've read from time to time that he's been through some things in his life. So if he has found someone that you know is good for him, and vice versa, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I hope that if it comes out that he is, you know, attracted to men in a sexual way, that I hope that it does not affect his career. But we just gonna be honest and have a little kitchen table talk. We know how y'all niggas get when it comes to homosexuality. We know. And, I don't know. I don't listen to August Alsina's music. I don't go to his concerts. I don't know who's in the crowd when he performs. But I feel like white people not booking August. They could. But he was just out on tour or had a concert. Remember when the whole mess popped off with Tory Lanez? That could have been, a concert where it was predominantly white folk in the crowds out there to support August. I just know how it gets within our community. Girl, quiet as this girl, it's bad in all the communities, girl. Oh, girl. But I just know for our community, it's a little. With white people, they still act the fool too. But with black people, white people are more accepting. I'll say that. They're quicker to accept you than we are. That's just true to you. But I just hope that his career doesn't really suffer if that is the case, because we know how y'all can get. But shout out to August though. All right, so listen to this. I wasn't gonna make no more videos, but I ain't got no choice. Listen. I am Rodney the Voice. I am the voice for the people. I am the voice of YouTube, okay? He is the voice. And so, girl, I have to come down here and do my job. So if it's on the blogs, if it's in the news, if it's on the Google, girl, it has to be discussed, okay? So, anyways, this is according to. Hold on, let me go back to the article. I think All True Tea reported on this. Neighborhood Talk. Hold up. So basically, Monique Samuel says she told Wendy Osefo that her and her family would be next on the hit list. Claims some of the women are real life miserable. She had every right to defend herself. So this is what Monique had to say. It's hard when we talk about this Monique situation. It's not hard. No, it's not. It's not hard. It's not hard. One of you, shout out to you, one of you said that, girl, I love to pin Monique to the cross. Or something like that you said. I was like, girl, what? I was like, dude, I really? In all honesty, to me, I could be wrong. I don't think I've ever just outright just disrespected Monique. Now, have I said some shady stuff? Yeah, child. But the only part that I really, I guess if you want to say I pinned her to the cross, is that fight with Candace. Anything outside of that fight, I don't think I really give Monique a hard time. I really don't. If you really think about the stuff that I say, when it comes to Monique in that fight, girl, that's when I'm like, okay, girl. Right? But anything outside of that, I think I'm actually fair when it comes to Monique. But anyways, girl, some of y'all swear up and down, girl, I can't say who I don't like. If I did not like Monique Samuels, I would get my black ass on here and say I can't stand her ass. You know how I can get on here and say that I don't like Phaedra Parks? You know how I can get on here and say that I don't like Portia? You know how I can get on here and say that I can't stand Michael Darby ass? You know how I can get on here and say I can't stand Curtis' old tall, lanky ass from Married to Medicine? You know how I can get on here and say I don't too much care for Melody either? Girl, why can I say why do y'all think that I can get on here and say that, but then I draw the line at saying I don't like Monique? What? Why you think, girl, now all of a sudden, girl, I can't say that I don't like Toya from Married to Medicine? If I don't like them other helpers, girl, I wouldn't mind adding these helpers to the list either. Y'all just be saying shit just to be saying shit. Anyways, child, let's go ahead and talk about it. So, during Mia Thornton and Wendy Osefo's altercation, Wendy name-dropped Monique to call out Giselle Bryan's hypocrisy of condoning violence in this situation, but condemning Monique for her fight against Candace Dillard in season 5. Monique claims that though she doesn't watch the show, She's not surprised at some of the ladies' actions. She says that she applauds Wendy for keeping her composure, but she told her at the season 5 reunion that she would be next for ridicule, and lo and behold, she was 100% correct. I don't know this is what Monique had to say. I don't know the entire story, but I applaud Wendy for not getting physical as I did after I was hit in the face with a glass. I told y'all, girl, not only do the viewers, but also, girl, sometimes, girl, the cast, they like to rewrite history too, Monique. We gonna get into your ass in a little bit. She exclusively told the neighborhood talk. She had every reason to defend herself after being splashed in the face and then apparently hit with a purse, and she chose to use her words instead. One thing Wendy said back to me then at Karen's home was that she would never get physical. She would use her words. Clearly, she lived up to that statement in this moment. I told her at the season 5 reunion she and her family would be next. The hate with some of those women is not for the camera. They're real life miserable. One thing Wendy should understand is that it's not about her actions or lack thereof. She could have sat there quietly and they still would have found reason to ice her out. The same ladies who told me words or even antagonizing someone is not grounds for getting physical or defending a person who just got physical over Peter Thomas. LOL. Just wow. I do want to say this because this was something I didn't mention last night. Even with Wendy almost tapping Mia in the name of the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, she still didn't get physical. Even the times that she had a chance to pick up a plate like Portia and throw it across the room, yeah. The times she had a chance to pick up her drink and throw it in Mia's face, or pick up a knife or a fork, or throw her purse at Mia, she still didn't. Do I think, I'll be honest, do I think that Wendy was turning up a little bit for she turned up a little bit for the cameras? I do. Because there were plenty of times that Wendy had enough space and enough opportunity to tap Mia if she really, 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 really wanted to. Do I think that Wendy was pissed the fuck off? Yes, I do. Okay. Do I think that she was heated? Yes, I do. But I think it also just goes to prove that she did what she said she was going to do. She chose to fight with her words because, again, she had plenty of space, time, and opportunity to knock the shit out of Mia if she really wanted to. She could have threw a drink in Mia's face. She could have hit her with her Dolce and Gabbana bag if she wanted to. She could have hit her with a plate, like I said earlier. Because there were plenty of times and moments she could have gotten Mia back, but she chose not to. She talked shit, though. Now, Monique. This is the thing that I don't like about Monique. And I don't like about the viewers. Monique, why are you acting like Candace hit you and you hit her in response? I don't know the entire story, but I applaud Wendy for not getting physical as I did after I was hit in the face with a glass. Girl, what? No, you got popped in the face with a glass after you had that girl's head down on a table and was punching her, and it took about 10 people. I think it took about 10 people to pull Monique off of Candace. I know it took the cast was trying to pull Monique off of Candace. I think some of the production had to step in and try and pull Monique off. It took a lot of people. So I do think it's a little bit dishonest when people try and act like this was not a big situation. This was not a situation like, say, for example, Kenya and Portia, where Portia pulled Kenya hair out and and then Kenya got up, ran her fingers through her hair, and sat back down. I mean, girl, you wouldn't put it still would have been bad to me. But what I'm saying is when you compare the situations, I think people are trying to reduce what happened that night with Monique and Candace down to, oh, girl, it wasn't that big of a deal. Girl, did y'all see what happened? Did y'all see how many people it took to get Monique off of that girl? Did y'all see Monique running around the building in the dark? It was a big situation. It was a big situation. And Monique, you didn't get popped until after you popped her. Matter of fact, you should have been popping Giselle because Giselle was the one who actually touched your shoulder. Was it Giselle or Robin? One of them green eyed bandits did this to your shoulder. You had two opportunities to whip them bitches' ass and you failed both times. That's another reason why I got a problem with Monique. Because bitch, you had two chances to whoop up on them hoes, girl. You could have whooped on Giselle when all that shit was starting. You could have whooped on her ass again when she actually touched your ass at the goddamn born. Anyways, girl, then she also goes to say again, she could have sat there quietly and they still would have found a reason to ice her out. Like you tried to ice out Candace, girl. Y'all gonna stop going back and trying to rewrite season 5. I saw somebody in the comment section talking about, girl, that Candace was antagonizing Candace was antagonizing Monique the entire season. Girl, no, she was not. If anything, Monique was antagonizing Candace. Candace probably apologized to Monique at least 5 times. Girl, over some shit that sometimes didn't have shit to do with her. Anyways, child, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, girl. You know, like I said last night after the live, that girl, I'm gonna think what I think. Y'all are gonna think what y'all think. No one is really budging in their opinion, whether they think it's right or wrong. I feel like I'm like 90% right in what I say. And the reason why I'm not giving the full 100 because I can't remember everything, but I'm almost like, I want to even just push up to 100 and say that I'm right in everything that I say and how I say it transpired in season 5. But I mean, girl, it is what it is. Now, don't this sound like season 5? So I know some of y'all don't watch Love and Marriage DC, but I watched Love and Marriage DC, and one of the cast members, her name is Ashley. Ashley came out with a tweet. This is according to OMFG reality TV. Please keep in mind, this is what she had to say. I said no. All right, I said Ashley, no. Okay, so this is what she had to say. Please keep in mind that on reality TV, while filming, we also have other shit going on in our lives that the audience, our cast, knows nothing about. So everything is not about your castmates. Sometimes real fucking life is stressful as F and you don't feel like being bothered by a coworker. Y'all love to say it's very telling when someone acts a certain way. Shut the F up. This season alone, I had a very effed up week with health-ish and not feeling safe and finding out my grandfather is dying and still had to film with someone I didn't want to. Was that Winter? So my mood was very off. Stop thinking y'all know everything. Rant over. Girl, I said, girl, Ashley, girl, you sound just like Monique did in season 5. Remember season 5, before season 5 hit, Monique was down to the YouTube girl trying to make sure that she could try to get the story out there and get ahead of the story. Girl, Ashley, have you whooped somebody's ass down there? Ashley, it sounds like you done whooped somebody's ass up there in DC. Now you trying to get ahead of the story. I don't know, child. Maybe she just cussed the bitch out real good and went off. I don't know, child. We don't know. But it sounds like, girl, Ashley, fucked around and either acted a plum fool, touched somebody in the name of Jesus, girl, the Holy Spirit, girl. It sounds like you're trying to get ahead of a story. That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. Ooh, child, I don't know, girl. We'll find out. I know some of y'all didn't watch Love and Marriage DC. It wasn't the best, but girl, it wasn't. I was talking to my biological sister, and girl, it really wasn't a bad first season. It really wasn't. It wasn't as drama filled, But I think that we have to also allow and see. I think that's where it also comes in too. This part comes in with reality TV. We're so hard on these reality stars to the point where, girl, we make them drum up these fake storylines instead of just being like it is what it is. Like, girl, we're just gonna watch the TV and what if some shit happens, some shit happen. If it don't, it don't. Right? Of course, we don't want to sit there and watch them talk all day, right? But girl, the first season of Love and Marriage DC was actually a solid first season. It was. It was. It was. It was a cute first season. It was. We're gonna have to be easy on these reality stars, y'all. From Real Housewives of Potomac to Beverly Hills. Well, not Real Housewives, them hoes. Girl, let me shut up. Potomac, DC, Love and Marriage DC. Girl, like they can only do so much. And then we get mad when they start making up storylines. That's why I was telling y'all, like, for Real Housewives of Atlanta season, the last season was actually a decent season to me. It was actually a good season. Like, I would rather see what we saw the last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, where it seemed, well, we know Marlo was all over the place, but it seemed a lot more organic, shout out to Nene Leakes, than it does with some of the other reality shows. We also know Marlo was trying to kick up some mess and she really didn't know what direction to go in. But I would rather just see that than, girl, the girls getting locked up for stealing from old people. And, girl, now you got the girls up there in Potomac acting a plumb fool. Atlanta don't sound too bad no more, huh? Well, y'all was all on Atlanta ass last year. I bet y'all take Atlanta now over Potomac. Quiet as it's kept. Anyways, child, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.